someone who keep escaping prison, but you know, I don't. It's not even allegations no more. It's like true shit, but I don't know why we keep it. I don't excuse it, but y'all out there keep excusing R. Kelly and his bullshit. So, Mr. P. Piper himself, Robert Sylvester Kelly at that. When we really R. Kelly show, we really call him by his governor. So Robert Sylvester Kelly is out here in the headlines. So here I go at work on Tuesday, just minding my black ass business, and then BuzzFeed come across my Twitter timeline, and they got this whole expose, this whole story about R. Kelly and this sex cult. And I said, a cult? Now, I haven't heard of a cult since Charles Manson back in the day. So I was like, a cult? Like, who has a cult in 2017 kind of world? So I read the story, just, again, minding my black ass business, just going on the story. So
that shit was nonsense at best.
Exactly. It was 800-word essay at that, people. But they say that his 3 of his former associates spoke to the reporter, Jim DeRogatis, or whatever his name is, to corroborate. So the parents' accusations and adding details of their own. So one associate said that he is a master at mind control. The report claims that the young women became brainwashed in R. Kelly's world after being brought to him by their parents in an effort to further their music careers. According to the parents and former associates, R. Kelly has several young women living in his rental homes in Atlanta and Chicago and subjects to them to the following treatment. So here's where the fuck shit happens, people. Let me clear my throat on this one. So he replaces their cell phones with one specifically used to communicate with him and forbids them to contact their families. He requires them to call him daddy and ask permission to leave the studio or their residences. He films their sexual encounters with him. That's no surprise for you. We saw him pee on the young girl in this video in the pool house and all the other bullshit. He abuses them physically and verbally. So the report doesn't name the victims, but the identities have been independently verified. The 3 associates who have come forward to back the parents' claim, Cheryl Mack, Kitty Jones, and Asante McGee, say that the 6 women live in properties rented by Kelly in Chicago and Atlanta suburbs, and he controls every aspect of their lives, dictating what they eat, how they dress, when they bathe, when they sleep, and how they engage in sexual encounters that he records. So some of the parents have contacted police, but they are adults in a seemingly consensual situation, so they really can't get in trouble or can't investigate anything. The report also says that the welfare checks by police in both Illinois and Georgia over the past year did not lead to charges, and that one of the young women told police she was fine and did not want to be bothered.
Well, and again, like you said, I guess, I'm not moved. I'm not taken back by any of this bullshit. Because again, we all know his history. We all know his story from the relationship that he had with the media, the charges that he was seriously, I still don't understand how he got on these charges. With, again, the sexual encounters he had with that young lady where he pissed on her, and had her doing all kind of nude acts and shit. And then just a few months ago, we reported about him, and the man that stated that he had just gotten married to his wife. She went to an R. Kelly concert where, supposedly she had been fucking him in the past. Mm-hmm. She stopped fucking him. She married her husband. They went to an R. Kelly concert. All of a sudden, his wife ran out with R. Kelly, just disappeared. Something about R. Kelly gave his wife, disease and all this other stuff. So I was not taken back by any of that. I think what I'm more concerned with is these motherfucking savages. Yeah. Josephine Savage, get your mammy and your pappy from in front of these cameras.
Exactly.
So, Josephine Savage, that's one of the girls that's supposedly, trapped in the house. And this, this cult is someone like a big love, sister wives, like compound that these bitches live now. Yes. But so Josephine's parents, the Savages, they had a conference. They found it every other ditch. I don't know if you guys saw. I'm pretty sure because this has been the whole talk of all this week. I'm pretty sure you guys saw this video. They had no lawyers, no kind of legal representation. I don't know what the fuck Southern Park was there, but I'm not sure. I think they some type of get down and she entertained the lawyer while she wrote down. So you know, her daddy, Mr. Savage, Jocelyn, your daddy, or Joycelyn, they called you Joycelyn. I thought that was the oldest name for a girl who supposedly, allegedly, is 21, but she looks like she about 16, 17. But anyway, well, she probably about 19. But so her dad get in front of the camera. He looking like a missing member of the Men in Black with that big ass pressure music in his ear. Then go mama girl get in front of this good camera with that bad skin and that pussy hair. It's up on top of her goddamn head. Then that bitch had the audacity to put a hairband around that pussy hair on top of her head. So that the Savages, you know, they want you niggas to know that they went ahead, they reached out to Diane Colson and Alicia Evans, and they say that they the madams of the house and of the compound, but they won't disclose any information about their daughter. Like you said, now, the Savages, they took some camera time to Miss Asante McGee. Now, she takes her focus. She lived with R. Kelly and these girls in one of the homes for about 3 years or so, but she claims that she didn't remember the address or exactly which house she was living in. That sounds crazy in itself. Yes. So, you know, Asante, she actually looks like my cousin Shayla, and that bitch loves R. Kelly, but I don't think that's her. But, you know, it looks like my cousin Shayla Ellison. But, you know, anyway, because he wouldn't like Shayla, because Shayla older than me, so that ain't his get down because she's too old. But anyway, so Asante, you know, she thinks that she witnessed and participated in these sexual acts with Robert Sylvester. You know, she also states that the difference between her and the rest of the sister wives is that, you know, she had the mindset and enough willpower to go ahead and get the fuck out. So she thinks, you know, that when she left the house, she went to the Savages and told Savages, you know, where their daughter, Jocelyn was, and the type of mind control R. Kelly had over, you know, their daughter as well as the rest of the girls that was in the house. Now, you know, and again, Miss McGee, I take up some issue with you because you mean to tell me that before you came from that house, you ain't make the arm put 5 on it and get you some new braids. Bitch, why did you look like the braids in your hair look like they were 6 months old? What is it for all these people? So, you know, and again, you know, there's been different reports and different rumors, you know, surrounding this whole story. So they stating that, you know, Mr. Savage actually introduced his daughter to R. Kelly, you know, and, you know, allowed his daughter to go live in his house. And supposedly, in R. Kelly's house, and supposedly, they caught Mr. Savage stating that this was the type of deal that him and R. Kelly had. So, you know, again, supposedly these girls are supposed to be up-and-coming singers, and R. Kelly is supposed to be working with them on perfecting their talent, making them into stars and things like that. But then he takes these girls, he mind-fucks them, you know, put do some old Jedi mind tricks on them, and they pretty much become his love slaves. But again, I blame the motherfucking parents, because why are you guys letting your daughters anywhere around this man? That's what I don't understand. Who just ships their baby and puts their baby on a plane and says, okay, you gonna go down here and hang out with R. Kelly and live with him about 2-3 months, and then you gonna come back a star. So, you know, again, we all know his history. We all know how the fuck he rolled. You know what I mean? So why would you even do that? So, and again, supposedly they talked about Mr. Savage, you know, talking about, you know, this ain't the type of deal that was struck. So I guess he was looking to get some money. I guess, you know, Robert Sylvester did not come through on his end. So, and again, the other thing I did not get is why the Savages, again, that's why I said y'all need to get in front of this, in front of the cameras. Because again, if you would have to stop, who runs to the media and puts out a press release? Wouldn't you just go to the police?
Exactly. You know, a misreport person, whatever. But the girl, when she did the video, and I showed you the video when it first came out, when she was on TMZ.
And that was, yeah.
And how she just was like, you know, it did come across like she was very controlled. Like, you saw her hand moving. Like, that was probably Robert Sylvester's hand right there. The same hand he used to wipe his piss on her. Was just waving his hand. Yeah, and waving his hand like, don't answer that question. And then you could tell, like, she I felt bad for her. Like I really felt bad.
Yeah,
that
like
moment.
someone was telling her what to say, how to say it, when to say it,
Exactly.
and they cut her off. But then she just, and that's why I said this is all a bunch of foolishness and fuckery. Because then, you know, her and her dad, he keeps making these videos, and again, like I said, if you're concerned, why do you keep getting on, you know, social media and making these videos? Why aren't you at the fucking police station? Because had it been my baby girl, we would be at the D, and that mama with that pussy hair on top of her head. We would be at the motherfucking police station all day and all night till somebody brought my child back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They keep getting on social media, making these videos going back and forth. She, I guess since the first video has been released, she got on another video just basically stating, you know, Daddy, stay out my life, leave me alone, I'm good. You know, when I need to call you, I will, or when I feel like, you know, this is the reason why I had to call you, because you in my personal life. Now, according to her parents, this girl was in college or whatever, and pretty much, you know, they stated that she was 19. She states that she's 21. So, you know, yet again, we don't know what, but I think at this point, it's just starting to turn really foolish. Because, again, I don't understand her parents and why they keep getting on making these videos. Because, again, we will be at that motherfucking police station. Somebody gonna bring my baby back home to me.
Exactly. And, again, like, you know, again, they can't disclose their location where they are. The girl in the video clearly says that, you know, I won't say where I'm at, you know, but in this one video, it looked like she is like in a ranch or something, like a city park or something, in this next video that she did.
Yeah, the last video, yeah.
So she's somewhere outside, but I mean, y'all can put a track on her or something. Like, it's only two places that it could be in. You can easily pull up someone's rental files and pull up what property they're renting and stuff like that. And, I mean, if y'all really want to put in that much effort to do these videos, put in that same effort to try to locate your child or your children. For all these three sets of parents that say that, you know, their girls are being brainwashed by R. Kelly. And I mean, I mean, anything is possible with Robert Kelly, but this is like the craziest thing I've heard thus far dealing with him since the whole peeing on the little young girl thing. And then also, go ahead.
Yeah, because when she did the first video, one of the last questions they asked her was, you know, well, where are you at, where are you staying? And she was initially, it sounded as if she was getting ready to say, so she said, well, I am.
Yeah.
And then, you know, she said, well, I can't answer that. I'd rather not answer that. It was like two questions at the very end, and they asked her, you know, besides where was she located. But, you know, again, like I said, to me, you know, initially when it came out, he was like, you know, everybody, I was engaged and I was, you know, kind of getting involved. But then when I started seeing these silly-ass videos pop up, you know, like I said, you know, why don't you pick up the phone and call your daddy? He gave y'all a quick wireless plan.
Yeah.
One of them track phones. Pick up the phone and call your daddy so we don't have to keep seeing these videos. But, you know, again, I blame the parents who allowed R. Kelly ain't done nothing for nobody. We're changing faces and we're thoughtful.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean?
And
like whose careers, you know, is he a great songwriter? Yes. Has he written great songs for people? Yes. But again, have you ever seen, you know, besides Aaliyah, who else has been his photograph?
Exactly. So, I mean, parents, y'all should have known that bullshit since you...
Since you should know he could do a fucking thing for y'all fucking daughters.
Exactly. So, y'all really end up wrong, too, to be honest. But then, again, with these little girls, you know, like you said, we haven't... You know, we're not surprised by R. Kelly's foolishness. So, he also released a statement via his representatives saying that Mr. Robert Kelly is both alarmed and disturbed by the recent revelations attributed to him. Mr. Kelly unequivocally denies such accusations and will work diligently and forcibly to pursue his accusers and clear his name. So he's saying that it is false, and then also, you know, he's still on tour. Like, this nigga been on tour for like a good 5 years now. So I don't know what. Anyway, so he's still on tour right now. You know, I think this is called the After Party tour that he's on now. Before it was the Buffet tour. So now on this tour right now, you know, he has the concert actually starts on July 28th in Virginia Beach and running through October 8th in Ontario, California, So they reached out to the venues. 11 confirmed nothing's changed. In fact, some like the Shane Park Amphitheater in Detroit told us they've been getting a high volume of calls this week alone and almost sold out. So the ticket sales aren't declining at all.
Yeah.
But I mean, again,
and that's because he thinks that he's invincible. You know what I mean? And can't anybody do anything to him? Yeah, because some of y'all do trying to do it and dance to the Chocolate Factory CD and back out party. But like I said, Mama Savage, I want you to go somewhere and tame that pussy head that was sitting on top of your motherfucking head before you put your ass in front of another motherfucking camera and do something like that.
Yeah, so I mean, and then also with R. Kelly, you know, in 2002, when we all saw the video, I was in 7th grade when that video, you know, first surfaced, and when Chocolate Factory came out and Nationalist, all of that, and even me at a young age, at 12 years old, knew that there's some shit that ain't right, you know. So I'm not going to quite listen to the R. Kelly album anymore because, you know, we can, and I think one school had the nerve to say, I believe I can fly still in school that year. And I was like, you know what now? That ain't the shit right now to be playing at a middle school function because this nigga out here raping little girls and doing what he doing, pissing on them, giving them golden showers, giving them gold stars, and giving them all types of nasty stuff on video. So, but y'all niggas still, you know, bumping that Ignition, stepping in the name of love, playing the Chocolate Factory CD, and then giving him a little pass when he did the gospel album, You Saved Me. So, you know, R. Kelly is one of those people that...
And we've also talked about the fact that he has, and this is no justification, you know, but he also, you know, has had a very crazy-ass upbringing and childhood.
Yeah,
you know,
his mama.
That's kid. And then, you know, we talked about this, too, a few years ago. We talked about this weird-ass interview about wanting to marry his mama. Yeah. You know, when in love with his mama and wish, you know what I mean? And, you know, none of that stuff is normal.
It's not. So, again, because of that, where, you know, but when people give him a pass and still support his music, still support his albums and stuff like that, and still going out to the tours, all you old ass women, now, no offense to y'all, but I'm gonna have to call y'all old ass in this part right here because y'all out there rubbing his dick on stage and, you know, and giving his sweat cloth to y'all, and y'all getting aroused by that, but this nigga's not aroused by y'all. Like, he's looking for your little child. Hell, he's looking at your fetus, to be honest. So, you know, you gotta, I mean, you gotta be careful around Robert Sylvester Kelly. I mean, this is the same nigga that let people pee on him. He peed on people. He in love with his mama, wanted to marry her. He got a 19-year-old girlfriend who's really the head mistress of the whole situation. He got these girls shacked up in 2 rental properties in 2 different states. So, I mean, he married a 14-year-old girl, had her change her name or change her age to 18 on the paper. So, you really can't go do anything about R. Kelly, and it's just disturbing.
You had this girl, Spontae Savage, shut up and shit in the house. The bitch you could have done was get that bitch somebody to get her a piece of the fucking fudgy braid, bitch.
Yeah. So, I mean, as crazy as the story is, I'm pretty sure there might be more to come out. I mean, it's just only the 4th day of the week that the story has, you know, been out there. So maybe next week it might be some updates or something. But at the same time, this story is just ridiculous. So R. Kelly, and it's no damn wonder that him and Michael Jackson were so close, and you know, and all that, because, you know, they both like little kids. You know, Michael liked little boys and he liked little girls. So I mean, it was a match made in friendship heaven for those two. But again, R. Kelly, you just, and you're a father at that too, and that's the crazy.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, where is Andre Kelly and all this bullshit? Yeah. Like, yeah, you have kids. Like, what? I mean, what do you say to your own children?
Exactly. So, I mean, but I guess whatever happens, we shall see what comes up after this whole situation, or any more stories that come about this.